Let's go, let's go, let's go, and welcome to the Art of Music Tech podcast. I'm your host, Fayla, and over there's my co-host, Dennis.
What's up, guys?
All right. We're in our one-of-one production studio in beautiful Fort Lee, New Jersey, just over the bridge from New York City. And today, we're here to talk about the Focusrite 428 Mk II. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, this episode is sponsored by Focusrite Pro. So this is a special episode, and we're going to talk about this bad boy right here.
Partnering up with the Pro division, what we have as far as interface, to get into that, we have the Focusrite Claret series, which soon will be upgrading that to RedNet, which is in the Focusrite Pro division. The Claret series is the highest series in their prosumer division. But now we're upping it because now we have our own studio. And we're using a lot more of the Focusrite Pro devices. And we've talked many times from the Scarlett stuff, up
from
to
the
now,
bottom to the top,
to things like this, the 428, which is a 4-channel preamp, with the classic Focusrite 110 ISA preamps. This bad boy is dope, and it's a newer version because now you can add digital to it. It has Dante capabilities, AES. It has 3 different digital capabilities if you buy the digital card, which we don't have a card in this unit yet. But once we get the RedNet.
Yeah, we may switch to digital more. We're like analog still.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, less cabling, especially, we don't have a large recording space. So, for things like that really sticks out. And I mean, we already have the dual ISA.
We have 2.
2 actually. Yeah, we have 2 of the dual. So this brings our preamp count to 8.
Yep.
Adding in this additional 4. And we're super happy with it, of course. I mean, because we already have 4.
Yeah, we're just adding 4 more.
But to now, to be able to go digitally in the future and be able to grow with a unit like this means a lot, because we're so passionate about audio and getting the best sound possible for our clients. Things like this really help out the workflow for what we do as audio engineers and producers and podcasters and
anything audio.
Everything audio we've already put through this thing. It's a real staple of the studio. Really, I mean, we've been doing drum tracks with our friends Swiss Chris and Jerome Jennings, and now we're doing podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you're hearing it right now, too, through this podcast.
Not through this, but...
Not through this, but I mean, it's the same sound.
Same sound.
Of what this produces. And, we get no complaints from our clients.
You really can. This is...
Yeah. Super high quality, sonically. I mean, you go up to 192, and I mean, just all the, all the bells and whistles that you would expect, especially from Focusrite Pro division, and that just, it's just a step above even the of course the Scarlett and Claret stuff that we already have. So I mean, it's just,
they have 500 series red preamps, but they're not as, I guess, visible and popular as ISA range. But ISA range is taken from their...
Pro. I mean, this is the iconic...
console.
Yeah.
They built 10 only.
Yes. And this is a piece of that console that kept going, even though it stopped with the boards. They didn't only got to create 10 of those.
I mean, little bit of history on this. The Rupert Neve and George Martin started Focusrite years ago, like 30 years ago, 30 plus years ago. So technically, this was, I guess, invented and engineered by Rupert Neve himself.
Yes, a classic sound. That's different from Neve. It still has its own feel because he did it with George Martin, of the Beatles. Air Studios and Air, which is featured on many of the products. So you definitely feel George Martin's hands on it with the Air reference a lot too. Let's get into some of the tech stuff on it.
Okay, what's in the front? In the front, we got, I guess, I don't see it, but I remember it. I guess you have a gain knob and you have a trim knob to tailor your input.
Yeah, I mean all the classic strip stuff.
High pass filter.
High pass filter,
which goes from 16 hertz to 420 hertz.
So
you can tweak that to your taste, so you don't have no boominess, no
and I think
extra stuff.
Even the cooler part is that it even gives you advanced stuff like a phase flip. Of course, options for phantom power and
you turn the mic towards yourself.
Oh.
Yeah, because we won't be able to hear you.
Oh wow, that's a classic classic audio mistake. Yeah, but just wanted to go along with what I'm looking at. But all the classic stuff. And then you can also choose your inputs, which are microphone, line, or microphone, line, or instrument. Yes,
which is a DI.
Yeah, which the instrument inputs, quarter-inch inputs are on the front, which makes it super easy to add in any guitar, bass,
keyboard,
and just go straight into this powerful box. And you also have inserts as well. So say you want to add
right here. I see them in front of me.
You want to add a compressor to this. You can, go in and out and still, come through this and
insert 4 actually, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
My favorite feature is impedance.
Yeah. Oh man. So many sounds. I get why you say that.
Yeah, low. Then you go to ISA 10, then medium and high. And I mean, from what I hear from recordings and then and reading like manuals and what other people say, with impedance you get, with 4 switches you have 4 different sounds. Like having equalizer without having equalizer using this unit. So higher the impedance, more high frequencies you get in your recording. And if your source sounds, too bright already, you just switch it to low impedance and it'll kind of roll off high frequencies and it'll sound softer and smoother. Or vice versa, if you're missing a top end, so-called, air coming from high impedance, that you boost all the shelf, high frequency shelf that gives you air.
Yeah.
And actually they putting air on Scarlett and Claret now, on all of their interfaces, but this is analog air and analog path. You can get so many sounds with one preamp by giving you high pass filter, impedance, plenty of gain. There's a 30 and 60 dB switch, so if you combine all of them you get 80 dB of gain in total, which is a lot. I don't know what source you need.
It is giving you options on whatever you want.
You get plenty of gain, and surprisingly,
I guess I get that because there's no pad on here, so it's like
there's no pad.
So
surprisingly, there's no pad. But
you can add more, but you
can start super low, and the trim works. I think you can get 20 dB
Yeah,
just
an
using
additional
trim.
zero. Yeah,
So you don't even have to touch gain.
yeah.
You just work with trim if your source is like super loud.
Yeah, because the gain is more of a notch thing too,
That-
instead of like a smooth. So they use that smoothing out with the trim. It's yeah, it's more of a dialed up thing for the gain for this unit. But yeah, the options, and which I've never needed to use a pad now that I think about it and said that out loud with Focusrite. It's never not loud enough. If any, I mean, it's never too low. So or too high that I would need to do that. So now that so
It's always
yeah,
a great start with
really,
any microphone or anything you plug it in. Yeah, there's plenty of room and plenty of options to work with.
yeah, yeah. It also comes with some Focusrite software that gives you access to some of the even the ISA EQ settings, but that's more on the digital side. This is all analog, baby.
Analog.
But you
Fully
can
analog.
get into that as well because they give you the option of that and give you links to that. Which Focusrite is great with that. Whenever you buy something from them, you'll always get a pretty cool plug-in that
Free software.
some kind of software that makes the product that you bought even better. That just that you can work with and still like this is great, and then this is something that enhances it even more. We the only thing we haven't really gotten to check out was the the digital part, but like we said, we don't have a studio wired for that. The other cool thing that they upgraded on the 428 Mk II is the power, because they had to make room for the digital card, which also helps the overall chassis to not overheat, which is great for us because we already got two other
Stacked on top of each other.
units, and we have yet to have a problem with this overheating or this is acting funny. And
Side note, we keep them on all the time. Never. Yeah.
that too.
Stay on.
Yeah, we keep these babies nice and heated up. So that is really killing because we've had hours of drum tracking, and this thing was just right on the money and not overheating other stuff around it or anything. So they did a great job with that as well. And knowing that they upgraded it, and it does keep this unit cool for so much power that this two rack space unit. I mean, that's usually like you got to leave like a space between something like this. Like back in the day, like doing racks for tours or it was like, okay, yeah, put spaces between that because we got to put a fan in the back that's gonna so this definitely helps with that. So I mean, I would imagine this would all be great for touring as well because of that situation of not overheating. And it's technically, this is a really bomb.
They have the same
piece of
two
gear.
rack unit, but with 8 preamps.
Yeah.
Which is a great thing to have. You have 8.
The 828.
Yeah, 8 console grade preamps that and with a digital card, you can just get a Cat5, right, and just connect those analog preamps into your RedNet. Yeah, without running more.
Sans all the XLR cable, besides from the source of the
makes
the
life so much
microphone.
easier.
Yeah, dude, and just internally, just set it up. So yeah, I mean, the other thing I also like, I love a good meter, and they have large meters on here that you can see where you're at accurately. see where your gain structure is at on all of your inputs. I think is it inputs. Yeah. Well, yeah, just your inputs you could see, and that's all you need to know that when it's coming in, what's
Yeah, how
happening,
hard do you hit?
and how hard are you hitting. So, yeah, we already knew what we were gonna get,
Yeah, this is not new
because
to us.
we have the dual already, and this being able to expand with the four, with an additional four to the four we already had, and now when we finally upgrade to RedNet, I mean we're already there. We just got to get a card slot in here and be able to record it, anywhere in our space, being very flexible, and that's the name of the game, being flexible.
I mean, being
kind of going light.
Yeah, two space rack unit and having 4 channels. I mean, we can take it on the road doing our gigs.
Yeah.
Like live recordings and stuff. Yeah, this is definitely a money channel. 4 money channels.
4 money channel, exactly.
And why not?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's not. I mean, it's heavy because it's analog and must be heavy, but it's not. It's not that heavy. And
yeah, agreed. It's not.
I think what you get for $1,800, yes. I mean, it's an investment, but you get a professional audio quality, and the reason why you go through analog just to get that big sound. Unfortunately you won't get that going through just built-in preamp on your interface, on your $100 interface. That won't get you anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, if that. This is for people that make money off of their music.
This is
off of doing audio production, definitely. Hence the words Focusrite Pro as well. It's just this may not be a piece of church gear exactly, but I mean, depends. But yeah, this is a higher end piece of gear that and I mean, for us, we know it just makes our life easier.
I mean, I can tell when the recording sounds thin. I can tell that they're just missing a great preamp in between. And if you ever wonder why your recording sound thin and small and lifeless, here's the answer: 4 inputs. I mean, 4 inputs is enough to record drums too.
Yeah, that's why we're happy to have
32
8.
channels is great. But yeah, having 8 in the studio here is lifesaver. I mean, we had 6 people podcast in this room.
Exactly.
And I mean, this also helps a lot.
Yeah. From music to podcasts to just everything we do audio wise is going through this. So yeah. Anything else for sure?
They have a solo version of this, right? They have solo.
The Lunchbox. They have ISA.
ISA2, which is 2 channel, 428
and
Mkii
mono,
II.
solo is what they call it.
Yeah, and an 8 channel, which Mkii II is just the upgraded version with the digital card.
Yeah, digital card and upgraded power source. So,
yeah, this is the way to go. I mean, if you like other brands, great. I still feel like Focusrite putting out great product at reasonable price.
Yeah, agree.
To get 2-channel preamp for less than $1,000, you can get a clone, but not the real thing. To get a Neve or a Manley, I don't know, a higher grade preamps, you have to spend $1,500, a couple $1,000 just to get good two inputs.
Yeah.
Or more. You can, if you got more money, you can spend more money. But Focusrite, they do incredible job with digital and analog audio, combining them together. Which in today's world and recording, that's what you need. You need to use hybrid. You can rely on analog only. because you're going to listen digital anyway. So, but you still need to go through analog. I wish they make consoles. Hopefully, one day they come back and do another 10.
Yeah, but this is the best of both worlds with digital and analog right here. So, we're seeing hybrids, and it's a lot of hybrid studio owners out there. And, even if you're your own solo studio, you're doing your stuff out of, this is worth checking out.
Yes, it is.
This is definitely worth checking out. So, all right, I believe that's it from us today with this episode of
Short
the
and sweet.
Art of Music Tech, talking about an oldie but goodie but newbie.
This is a fairly new.
With the Focusrite 428 Mk II with the digital option card that you can add to it. Thank you for the Focusrite for letting us check this out and letting us know what the latest that they have going on. And it's always a pleasure to partner up with them on things like this and having them as a sponsor for this episode of the Art of Music Tech. So please continue to check us out on YouTube if you're watching us there, or on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all the big stuff, all the good stuff. And also check out, I'm writing for Pro Sound News magazine now, and we got some good. I got some good articles coming up soon there too, and you can look that up online. And then you can also purchase our audio kits that feature Focusrite products in it. With the Scarlett, we have the 1-of-1 audio kits that you can check those out at oneofoneproductions.com. It's great for all the things that we're doing, like right now, a podcast you can do anywhere in the world, and you
Sure can.
also have the option of sending us your podcast, and we'll edit it. And, we do that as a service as well. So check all of that stuff out in our summary. That's about it, right?
That's about it.
All right.
For today.
All right. Thanks again, guys, everybody, for watching this, the Art of Music Tech from Fort Lee, New Jersey at 1-of-1 Production Studios. From my business partner, Dennis, and from myself. Let's go.
Let's go, guys.